I just need to say that the first person who introduced me to Star Trek was my grandma, and she loves sci-fi. It's the only thing she watches, and her name is Yvette.
Hey,
Oh, hey,
Come
that's
on.
what's up.
I was getting ready to say something about you wearing Tim's so early, but I'm okay with you now.
Stop! You know what? My friends actually was just telling me it's not time yet, but it's
No,
time.
no. Come on, Philly. You know better. Come
Come
on.
on,
Not yet.
it's time. It's fall. We had it already.
Oh, hey, y'all. So we are the SyFy Sistas. We are four Black women who love science fiction and fantasy, and we like to talk about it from our point of view as Black women. We are huge Trekkies. We are huge fans of this show.
Oh, good time.
Oh my
thank
God, you all
you.
are hitting it out of the park every time. Both of your characters are two of our favorites. So we do have questions for both of you. So we want to start off. Sabrina, you want to go ahead with your question for Ella?
Ella, I just wanted to know, I mean, I love Gwen. So what was your favorite, and you have such a huge arc, and it's so wonderful. What's your favorite Gwen episode? There are so many sequences. What's the favorite?
Oh, that's a hard one. Thank you, by the way. That's really nice to hear. I'm so they all kind of just blur into one when I've done one, it just goes into the sort of abyss of my mind. But I would say the whole arc is pretty intense. I think where she started from to where she ends. Maybe I would say the season 1 finale, 2022 or something. Yeah, I mean it's so emotional, and you think, oh, this is too tough for kids to watch, but it's not. I always say, like, the writers are so smart because they don't talk down to children, and they don't condescend them. They're not patronizing. The themes are not too big. Kids get it. It's simple for them. But to think, where she comes from, and this emancipation from her father, and this grief that she's about to go through, and and then it's really intense. It's really incredible. I like that episode.
Yeah, we do too.
That was amazing. You hit it out. It was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Good.
Fran, you had a question for Ella as well, right?
Hi. Yes. Hi, Ella.
Hi.
And you kind of touched on my question. You just recently won an Annie Award for Best Voice Acting. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And you deserve it because your character ran the gamut. The first half of the first season, it went from being with your father and all that, and you did it.
We got 1 minute. I just want to interrupt you. We got 1 minute.
Okay, my question is: it sounds natural, or is there a hard prepare for you to do that, or is it natural? Because it sounds very natural the way your character arc went.
Thank you. I think me and Brett are quite similar in the sense that we get really active. We get in the booth and we're like knocking stuff around and jumping up and down and moving a lot. I think I always overthink it, and then you get in there and it's just talking. It's just saying the words as you, and the simpler you make it, the easier it gets. Especially the more you do it, the more you get to know your character. And the Hagemans are so collaborative and fun to work with that you always find so many new things. I mean, there's a billion ways you could say 3 words. But luckily they stopped me after like 12, so we don't take it too long.
So
thank you both.
Thank you. So real quick, Brett, before we wrap, because we had a question for you. There's a debate in the SyFy Sistas about whether Dahl is this really self-confident guy or if he's just faking the funk and suffering from imposter syndrome. Like, what's your take on Dahl?
I actually think it is the faking the funk. I think, when people are sometimes insecure, they can project it outwardly and sort of like they've told themselves in the mirror every day that, you're this really awesome person and, you have no problems. But it's really just to hide the fact that, I don't think Dahl, again, he was sort of trapped in a child labor camp since he was a child and forced to not communicate with any other species. So how often is he probably sitting there telling himself, it's okay, I'm awesome, I'm gonna make it, I can do this. So I think it's just sort of like he's faking the funk and learning that his insecurity doesn't need to be projected onto other people, and that he can sort of like allow people in and learn to care for other people and not be so cocky.
Yeah,
Which,
right.
I mean, what better person to teach him than like Janeway and,
Right.
having a whole crew. So
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my
Thank you.
God.
Well,
Thank
we
you so
appreciate it.
much.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. We love the work that you're doing, and we appreciate your time this morning.
thank you.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes.
It's great
Thank
to
you.
meet you guys.
Keep
You
up the
too.
good work. You're doing an excellent
Oh,
job.
loving
Thank
the
you,
show.
guys.
Yeah.
Excellent.